Hello guys, Rich Boy J here back in with another video, and we are working on some more Starkiller base. Today I'm basically just going to be like, hold on, it's probably like super loud. Let me turn this down. I don't know what's going on with my mic lately. It's been weird. Let me know if the audio is okay. Anyways, we're gonna be tiling up this colorful section in here, so I'm super excited to work on that. We are so close to finishing off this entire side of the mock, which is so exciting. We also had some pretty juicy footage come out earlier from the official Star Wars Facebook page, so we'll be talking about that as well. What's up, RB says, yo, I missed the streams. I'm sorry for not being a true BOYO. It's okay. It's never too late to become a BOYO. Just like apparently in Star Wars, it's never too late to be resurrected. Anyways, shout out to DBHLL. We got Aaron Elk, Eggs, Benedict Cumberbuns, Lego Fan 95, Mini Cardi, Cult of Christensen. Apparently was at Monster Jam World Finals 9. I was actually there as well. The funny thing about that is that wasn't the first World Finals I went to, but I went to 6, and then I missed 2. So I missed 7 and 8, and then I went back to 9. And basically from 9 up until the last one in Vegas, I went to all of them. So this is my hoodie from 10. They were nobody, Jay. You should know what I'm talking about. Think Instagram. I know exactly what you're referring to. Yeah, we got a new clip to talk about. It's not really a spoiler considering the official Star Wars page dropped it, so I'm not super concerned about that. But I don't know if any of you are concerned about not knowing anything more. I mean, I don't think we really learned. I mean, you can speculate on the clip, I suppose, but I mean, it wasn't. I don't think anything mind-blowing happened in that. Well, we'll see how it turns out. I'll leave that. I'll leave it at that. But we got a lot of people in the house at Empire Brick Studios. What's going on? That's so funny. His comment is literally Empire Brick Studios in the house. Shout out to JB. He got like 80 subs today, dude. That's dope. Congratulations. How's that Boba Fett figure? It's pretty good. Every time I walk in that room, I look at it. I'm just like, I can't believe I have you in my possession. Yeah, dude. I watched your review of that Sith Trooper Battle Pack earlier, and I'll definitely check out your review of that Mustafar set later. This might be a hot take, but I'm honestly not super excited for the Mandalorian Battle Pack. It's not a bad set. I mean, the video I did on it, I talked about it this much. Like, I don't think it's a bad set at all. It's just, I don't know. I'm just not especially excited for it. But what's going on, everybody else? Jay, you doing a movie marathon at all to get ready for Rise of Skywalker? So, I'm not sure yet. Up until this point, like, when I've been building, I had episode 4 on, and then I had episode 5 on, and I made it like midway through that before I stopped building. So, maybe. I'm honestly not sure. I'd like to, but I don't know. I'm so anxious about this movie and kind of apprehensive about it. Like, watching more Star Wars until I see that film just kind of, I don't know, it gets me down, if that's fair to say. So, I'm not sure if I'm going to do the whole marathon thing. I haven't done it up until this point with any of the new films. I mean, it would make sense to do it, but I'm just not sure if I want to do that. Thoughts on 3D printed Lego? Not really a fan of it. Unless, I mean, as long as, I guess if it's something that Lego doesn't make, that's fair. Like if you're printing custom helmets or whatever, like that's, like how the heck else are you going to get those? But if you mean just like printing your own pieces just to have Lego pieces, I'm cool on that. Appreciate that, Jade Newton Wrath. Did you ever play Lego Star Wars Complete Saga or Original Trilogy? I played both of those games. My introduction to all my videos is very inspired by those games. And yeah, I was just talking about that a little bit earlier. So yeah, we can talk about that. there's like you basically you hear Palpatine's voice, and he's like, it kind of like switches into Snoke's and Vader's voice, saying like, "Oh, like I'm the voice you've been hearing this whole time," which, I mean, I don't know, like. I have to see the movie before I really make an opinion on that, but I don't love the idea that Snoke was just a Palpatine, like, crony, or Palpatine possessed him in some way. I don't know, I'd rather just have Snoke be his own thing. But, I mean, we'll see how this goes. I still haven't seen the plushes yet. Holy crap, shout out to Mal. Appreciate that, dude. He says, I'm at work right now watching during my lunch break. Can't stay long, but do you have a New Year's resolution? That's a great question. I don't know. Huh. I have to think about that. In terms of my YouTube channel, I mean, I hit 20,000 subs. That was my goal for this year, so that's incredible. Next year, I guess we gotta make it, hope I hit 30 or, maybe I'll go with 40,000 subs. How about that? That's my goal for next year, 40,000 subscribers on YouTube. So we'll see how that goes. So there, Terrible J watched MNR's videos to see how bad the flushes are. I'm not sure I want to see them now. Hey, I haven't caught one of your live streams in a while. You and MNR should make up. It's stupid to not be friends, I guess, anymore. That's just the feeling I've gotten. That's for Ryan and I to discuss. At this point, I have no interest in that. And Jack Newton Wrath, brother, you might know him from your last stream. I'm not sure. I don't know. DBHL, I'm sure you're not the only one who likes the prequels. There are prequel fans. Like Jedi Bob. Yeah, there's plenty of people like the prequels. Darth Wiz says, should Misa say my identity for those who don't know or keep it a secret? I mean, I'm pretty sure I can figure out who you are. Jay, I sent you a pic on Insta of the 3 plushes I have. Are they already out? Where did you find them? Did you know that the clone troopers were done dirty in the third? They were done dirty in the third film. How are the clone troopers done dirty? Lego Spencer says, have become accidental prequel fan. That's impossible. Which clone do you think had the coolest death in the Clone Wars? The coolest death? I don't know. I haven't watched Clone Wars in forever. Honestly, I couldn't even answer that question. They make the troopers evil at the end with the inhibitor chips. I mean, yeah, but why does that mean they were done dirty? They're the ones who were running around killing people. Like Spencer says, can a death be cool? That's a great question. I don't know if a death can be cool, but I certainly know after seeing Boba Fett die that a death can be uncool, if that's fair to say. I've been watching Resistance Season 2, absolutely. Resistance, well, I mean, I love The Mandalorian, but... Yeah, no, I was going to say Resistance has been my favorite thing in Star Wars for a while now, but I think Mandalorian has superseded that, so... But yeah, I've been keeping up with Resistance. There's been a lot of filler episodes recently. I think it's becoming very apparent that the people who were producing the show had no idea that this season was going to be the last season. Otherwise, I don't think we'd be getting nearly as much filler as we've been getting. No, I did not see. He says, "Have you seen Creek Craft's vid? Went to FCC, talked to the commission in person. In short, context matters. FCC will not go after borderline cases, so your channel is okay." Well, that's good news. I'm glad to hear that. I had not seen that video though. I mean, so the question then goes: Is my channel defined as borderline compared to them? I mean, I think it's very clear my channel is not exclusively just catering to children. I mean, based on the language, the types of videos I put out. But if they're just making a blanket statement, you know, Lego videos are for kids, then might still fall into the same issue. I don't know. I haven't looked deeply into it. Been super busy with work and trying not to be depressed about Star Wars Episode 9. That's my biggest goal, to make it to next week without being depressed, and then hopefully make it out of next week not being depressed. I don't know. We'll see, guys. It's not looking too hot. It's not looking too hot. Jay, how is Padme? Is she safe? Is she alright? I heard, I got some bad news, bro. I think Padme died of a broken heart. That's word around the Senate. Recently found out Clone Wars wasn't a profitable show and Lucas funneled money into it because he wanted a Star Wars. Yeah, exactly. No, like, they lost a lot of money producing that show. It appears in the fit of rage, you killed her. Can we talk about that? How about if there's one thing that can make me not depressed about not depressed about Episode 9, it's dissing the prequels. Hey, what's up, BrickKid? Holy crap, it's been a while. And this isn't really me. I mean, I guess this isn't dissing the prequels. Who cares at this point? Guess my Lego store's been super busy, dude. Lots of kids are getting Lego sets for Christmas. I love how Vader just survived being burned alive, but Padme died of sadness. I mean, I've talked about this before on my channel, but how I just find it so goofy that, like, all this, you know, there's all this build-up for, like, oh man, like, how the heck is Vader gonna go to the dark side? Like, how is he seduced by the dark side? This almost godlike figure in Star Wars. How does he go to the dark side? And you see the scene, and it's just like, well, I killed Mace Windu. I guess that means I'm on the dark side now. And then he's like, you know, I pledge myself to your teachings. Just help me save Padme. Literally, the very next time he sees Padme, he chokes her out. Like, what? Like, and he just never bothers to, like, mention again that to the Emperor, like, oh, like, how can I save her? Like, the Emperor just starts throwing out, giving him, like, errands to go run. Yet, Vader's never like, wait, hold on, bro. First tell me how to save my lady, alright? She is very pregnant. I've been having dreams about her. Show me how to save her, then we'll handle all your other stupid bullcrap. But no. It's almost like he forgot. It's like George Lucas forgot that the whole reason Anakin joined the dark side was to save Padme. So then once he gets put in the Vader suit, it's like, oh, he should probably say something about it. And he's like, oh, where's Padme? He's like, oh, you killed her. Like, what? Like, what? Jay, the plot of episode 9 has been leaked from a Swedish rating Whoa, what? I feel like there's been, like, leaked plots from episode 9. I mean, out there for a while. So, yeah, anyone who's trolling the internet, beware. I saw a little bit of the George Lucas deepfakes. Hey Jay, good to see you building and smashing the prequels again. It seems to be my lot in life to destroy the prequels. Oh, I guess I should make it clear. Anyone posting, 1, leaks in the chat, 2, anything that seems like a leak, even if it's a joke, even if it's not true, you're going to get kicked. Like, 0 tolerance when it comes to that. Would you still consider yourself to be friends with MNR? No. No. You're depressed over 9. Yes, I am. You know, the only way that I'll accept the Emperor being brought back for no reason in episode 9 is if it turns out that Shmi was actually behind everything all along. Why aren't you excited for 9? I'll keep it short and simple. The Emperor is coming back, and they're teasing Dark Ray. I have no interest in seeing either of those things. I did a video on it, if you want to check it out. I forget what the video is called, but I basically talk about why I have no interest in seeing the Emperor back in Star Wars Episode 9. Anakin chokes Padme, and she appears to be dead, but then Palps tells Vader that she's dead. He is surprised and like, bruh, like, you choked her out, bro. You snapped her neck, you jerk. You domestic abuser. Favorite episode of Mando? Probably still, I don't know. I have to think about it. Would you ever have Beyond the Brick come to your house to do a video on finished Starkiller Base? If they wanted to do it, I'd totally do it. MNR is the best, bro. You gotta fix your relationship. Face the power of the dark side. That's gonna be my journey. My Rich Boy J episode 6 is gonna about me confronting MNR. I got the new ATSC today. Been digging through my parts slash have 70% of the parts for the Razor Crest. Nice, dude. I'd love to. Anyone, I don't know how many people watching this right now have bought the instructions, but anyone who has, please like send me update photos or whatever. Like, I'd love to see all of your Razor Crests. No, I think the boot guy in Mando is Boba Fett. I certainly hope not. If Boba Fett comes back in Mandalorian, I'm done with that show. I'm so done with that show. Says you should have Emperor clones in the pods in the Starkiller mock. Emperor clones over Rey clones. I mean, Rey is basically just a clone of the Emperor, so does it really make a difference? Jay, why don't you like characters returning? I've talked so extensively about this. Because I think when people die in Star Wars, they should die. Like, I'll accept Force Ghosts because that's only them coming back to a certain extent. Plus, that was established pretty early on, like, in the first movie. But, like, it's... Do I really have to explain why characters ought not to just be revived whenever people just want to have old characters again? Boba Fett died! It is very clear the intention of that scene is that Boba Fett died. Why would he survive that? Why would he survive that? That's what I'm saying. If we set it up that, like, characters can basically come back from anything, like being cut in half, then no death ever means anything. Anyone can just come back at any time. Like, that's a terrible precedent to set for Star Wars. Deaths should have meaning in Star Wars. There's, like, it's so goofy. Like, why should I take any death seriously ever in Star Wars if we just keep bringing everyone back? The Sarlacc burped him up. I mean, considering the Sarlacc swallowed him first... Dude, Boba's dead. Boba is so dead. I mean, he's dead until they bring him back, right? Because that's what Star Wars is now. It's just so lazy. Like, we like to pretend that Star Wars is this vast universe, and it's so expansive, and there's so many more things we can explore. But everything just ends up circling back around to things we're already familiar with. Like, It's just so goofy. I got $5. Fastman's coming back. Seems Disney wants to be done with Star Wars when it means a lot. I mean, that's clearly not the case. George Lucas wanted to be done with Star Wars, and Disney brought it back. What's up, Fives? Hey, what's up, Jedi Bob with the $2 dono? He says, have you watched AEW or any wrestling? I'll be honest, I haven't. Like, my coworkers are into wrestling, so they'll usually, like, catch me up with what's going on at AEW. But I have not personally watched it, no. Yeah, I agree to some extent, especially Palpatine. Like, he didn't need to come back. I feel like they went so far off script George gave them, and now there's... I mean, that from what I hear, they basically threw that script that George Lucas gave them in the trash, which I have no problem with. Like, they can make whatever movie they want to make, but... No, like, I don't know, like... Am I crazy here? Can someone explain to me, like... Can someone please tell me, like, am I delusional? Am I wrong for feeling like deaths should, like, be deaths in Star Wars? That we shouldn't just bring people back because those characters are familiar to us? Like, if you're gonna bring a character back, if you just absolutely have to, do it for, like, a narrative reason. Like, bringing Obi-Wan and Yoda back as Force Ghosts, and even Vader to an extent at the end of Jedi... was done for a narrative reason, right? Like, the teacher can still help guide you once they've ceased to exist in physical form. The Force is so powerful that it's more than your flesh and bones, right? Like, Yoda says so much in Episode 5, you know, like, luminous beings are we, not this crude matter. So then why should someone... physical form ceasing to existing be the end of their actual existence when they're in tune with the Force? Like, those are good, like, narrative reasons for characters to be brought back or quote-unquote survive death. I'm fine with that. But reasons you should not bring characters back is, oh, people like this character, let's do more stories with them. Like, no. Just make new characters, do new things, further the lore. Like, I don't understand, like, I don't understand why that's a controversial statement. Jay, what are the red flags? What are red flags structure in the mock? Are you talking about, like, these red flags? They literally just connect to the top of this, and that's it. What's up, Hunter? How you doing, bro? So, you know how Han died in Episode 7, and you know Solo came out 3 years later. Are you fine with that? Because, I mean, yeah, that's what... I mean, Solo has its own problems, but that's not bringing a character back. That is the opposite. That's not the same thing. Build Lego boxing moves. How do you build scale and mock? Like, I want an X-Wing in the scale of the Slave 1 in Betrayal Cloud City. I don't know. Maybe look at a photo of the UCS Slave 1. Just look at a picture of, I don't know, if you can find a picture of an X-Wing next to a Slave 1 and just eyeball it and try to build it to that scale. Jay, if given the opportunity to write and direct a Star Wars film, would you? Sure, why not? That's money, right? Like... Even if people hate me for it, like, yeah, why not? I don't know anything about directing films, but I at least know that characters shouldn't talk like this. Sorry, master. No, that's not me saying I'm a better director than George Lucas, but I am. What's up, Trevor? How you doing, bro? Been a while since I talked to you. How about this? Boba fired a rocket in the Sarlacc and killed it while also crawling out the Sarlacc. How about this? Boba Fett died. How about that? Why can't see? Why is it like? Why can't Boba Fett have just died? Why do we need to see more of Boba Fett? Come up with one good reason why we need to see more of Boba Fett, other than that he looks cool. I definitely think you're gonna be doing character resurrection like, if you're gonna be doing character resurrection like Maul or Boba, it should be kept strictly for books and comics and extra canon stuff, not shows or movies, because that's pandering. I mean, I even would say don't do that with books and comics, because it's still canon, right? But I mean, if that's the supplementary material, so it's low enough tier on the canon totem pole that I can just ignore it. One of the most feared well-known bounty hunters got killed by a blind man with a stick. Yep, that was the story. That's what happens, man. That's what happens. The Emperor, the most powerful being that we've ever encountered, supposedly, just let a guy throw him off a balcony. That's just how he died. That's it. Let's move on. Make new stories. Like, there's literally, like, The Mandalorian is a wonderful show about a new Mandalorian character who has way more personality than we've experienced with Boba Fett and is doing well. Like, the existence of that show alone should be enough to be like, okay, like, we don't need to see Boba Fett again. That is a perfect example of just making a new character. Like, we don't need Boba Fett. Shout out to SWBrick's75. He says, watching Jay and My Ravens, how much better can this Thursday night be? Can't wait for next Thursday. I assume we already have tickets. Yep, I'm seeing the movie Thursday at 6 p.m. So I guess we can talk a little bit about that. What are you guys actually seeing the film? What are your thoughts on Copa? Oh, apparently I've been told that my channel should be okay in that regard. Canon Boba is overrated. Yeah. If I was writing a Star Wars movie, I would have Jay come back from dead. That is so evil. Vader yeeted Palp's off his balcony, then he got vaporized. I hope you go into the movie Rise of Skywalker neutral. A lot of people go into the movie with a negative attitude. This is literally the first Star Wars movie I've gone into with a negative attitude. Like, even Solo I walked into, like, pretty neutral. Force Awakens, I was super excited. Last Jedi, I was super excited. Rise of Skywalker, I mean, I would love to be happy to watch this movie. Trust me, like, it does not make me happy to be, like, dogging on the sequels. Like, it's in my intro. I like the sequels, guys. But J.J. Abrams, like, I don't know what he's doing, guys. He said I'm seeing on the 19th at 5 or 6. Nice. Anything about Darth Jar Jar? What if that a scene where Anakin, Ben, Yoda, Luke are at a location with Rey, and Luke goes up and says, "But this is your fight." They disappear. Would you and would reappear? I mean, I don't have a problem with Force Ghosts. Like, that's whatever. Like, you can put Force Ghosts. Like, that's, I don't care. Honestly, even if the Emperor showed up as a Force Ghost and maybe was just guiding Kylo Ren, which I would still have a problem with that, right? Because I feel like the idea of a Force Ghost should be specifically for the Jedi, like the people who use the, like, I feel like being a Force Ghost, having the ability to, like, continue to persist after death is, like, I look at it as a reward for living the life of a Jedi, like, using the Force the way it's intended to be used, like using it for knowledge and defense. I don't think that people who use the dark side of the Force should be rewarded by being able to be Force ghosts. So, yeah. Vincent says, Jay Hyman says, it's canon, Force Ghosts are Jedi exclusive ability. I mean, it's canon until they change it, right? It was canon that the Emperor died until they changed it, right? What if Jar Jar and his girlfriend come back and rule the galaxy as husband and wife? That's like best case scenario, dude. I'm sure you talked about it already. What are your takeaways from the trailer? My takeaway from the trailer is the Emperor's behind it all. It's all about the Emperor, guys. Everything you knew, forget about it. The Emperor is the end-all, be-all. It's all about him. Nothing else matters. It's all about the Emperor. What's up, BFAB? How you doing, man? Did Palpatine orchestrate the Force Skype calls between Rey and Kylo in Episode 8? That will. I think after Episode 9, that will be the case. Black Series Plo Koon. When is that supposed to drop? Appreciate that, Brick City Whips. Do you like the sequels better than the prequels? Yeah, like, it's not even close. Nah, I mean, I don't like the sequels. I mean, I don't like the prequels, but I do like the sequels. G, I'm doing very well. How are you? I was loving your very passionate Insta story. I'm glad you appreciated that. I'm doing good, man. Just finishing up this side of the mock. Sometimes I sit back and think, like, if I just decided to do, like, this, I mean, all that I've done so far, like, this just half of the mock could easily just be the entire mock. And I'm like, if this was the entire mock, I'd just be, like, almost done right now. And I'm like, Jay, why are you so dang ambitious? Did you like Episode 8? I did not like Episode 8. I loved Episode 8. Appreciate that, B-Fab. How are you taking that huge thing down the steps? That's a great question. I guess in the words of Han Solo, I don't usually ask that question until after I've tried it. I did not see apparently they've added a bunch of Star Wars stuff to Fortnite. I ran out of 4x4 templates while building Omaha Beach non-sad. Bro, go get some more. Hey, shout out my boy Brian Riff. He says, honestly, Jay, I'm very much prepared for a new EU to go completely bonkers. Excited to see Palpatine clones and other goofy stuff again. I mean, if we're gonna go like off the rails, we may as well go all the way, right? Have you ever considered reaching out to companies to sponsor your mocks? I don't know if I still have a sponsor. We'll have to see about that. But I've been sponsored before by Firestar Toys. They sent me all those printed arms that I had for my Stormtroopers. This mock has been... How long have I been working on this? I'm on week 22. I feel like I started midway through the year, maybe like August. Palpatine had almost every backup plan. Dude, Palpatine has all of the backup plans. Like, it literally doesn't even matter what happens to the Emperor in this film, because he's just going to have another backup plan. He's just going to come back, so, like, why should we even care? Like, if the Emperor dies again in this movie, doesn't mean anything. Just bring him back again. We can bring back whoever we want. Bring him back as a half spider. Bring him back as a half pig. Bring the Emperor back as a half Gungan. Who cares? Just bring him back. Nothing matters. No one's ever really gone. Just bring him back. Are you going to get the printed arms for the First Order Stormtroopers? Probably not. I got a lot of First Order Stormtroopers in this mock. Just bring him back. Why are all you guys worried about the fact that Luke died? You just bring him back. Doesn't matter. Literally does not matter. Just bring him back. Episode 930 is Mickey's pulling the strings the entire time. How's the raid cloning room going? It still looks the same. I placed an order, so I picked up some more black tiles, so I'll be able to do the floor. and I placed an order for the actual like cloning tubes. I don't think I'm gonna have them for this weekend's update, but probably next weekend's update, you'll see like that room completely finished. Am I being sarcastic? Yeah, very sarcastic. Darth Maul's coming back. I mean, he should. We got to tie everything together. You know what? Here's my pitch. Here's my idea. So the Emperor has to come back apparently because everything was always about him, and we have to tie everything together. So we should just bring the Emperor back. So then why not just have Star Wars Episode 9 end with like an end game type of battle where you just bring back all the old villains and all the old heroes and they just all fight each other because everything just needs to be tied together. If this is going to end the trilogy, guys, you got to bring it. Everything has to just come back. We got to refer to everything. Because stories don't progress linearly. They get to the end, and then they just reference everything that happened previously, and it all just gets tied together. Yeah, Jabba's coming back. Well, Jabba never died. Jabba survived that. If Boba Fett survived, then Jabba also survived. Jabba was just playing dead. Jabba did not actually get choked out. Come on. Let's be real here. Guys, Jabba didn't die. Jar Jar never died. Dude, no one dies in Star Wars. What are you talking about? There is no such thing as people dying in Star Wars. They're just gonna come back as part spider. I don't know what I don't even know what that means. When people talk about people dying in Star Wars, like I don't even, honestly literally I have no idea what that means. Exactly, Melshi just passed out from blood loss. Jin and Cassian are both still alive. The blast just went around them. Duh. Jin and Cassian are hanging out on Scarif with spider skin. Their actual skin got burned off their bones, but they just grew spider skin. Duh. Everyone knows when you die in Star Wars, you are reincarnated as part spider. That is the rule. I'm gonna be real, the J Salt is strong tonight. Can you tell? Yes, Gree is still alive. So here's the question. Is Gree a clone head with a spider body, or is Gree a clone body with a spider head? Let me know. I really want to know, guys. What exactly is Gree right now? Janice is alive most. Exactly. Her and her spider boyfriend are just hanging out on Scarif. No, he's a head with legs. He got reincarnated twice. There are now 2 Grees. Gree's head has spider wheels on a droid body. Can we expect an episode 9 mock? Depends on how I feel about the movie. I actually have an episode 9 mock that I know I really want to do, but it's probably really going to depend on how I feel about the movie. Like I have like the most incredible idea for an episode 9 mock, like something insane, but it'll depend on how the movie is. If I don't like the movie, I'll still tell you guys like what it is. Oh, my bad. Sorry about that. I'll tell you what it is, so it's not like a big secret. But I'm definitely not going to reveal it until I decide either 1 that I am going to do it, or 2 that I'm not going to do it. Can't wait to see General Grievous in episode 9 without his ass. Exactly. I mean, he never died anyways, so he should be around. Bro, General Grievous was a Confederate general. Why would they not bring him back? He's crucial to the story of Star Wars. All severed limbs will start a revolution. It's gonna be like there's like a Star Wars graveyard with all the severed limbs, and they're all just gonna rise from the dead. My boy is out for Dave Filoni and J.J. Abrams' blood tonight. Yes. The only Star Wars directors I respect. I'm not even gonna go there. Alderaan. Yeah, they can just bring it back. Alderaan's just a big floating spider in space right now. They should bring back a random dead Jedi from the... Yes, Coleman Trevor is going to be in Star Wars Episode 9, guys. Get ready for it. Jay is going to have that cowboy hat fall in front of the sunset with Jay walking off with smoking pistols. Whoa, Stormy. Keep it PG. So I wonder what kind of trouble the child will get into tomorrow. That's a great question. One thing we can I think one thing we can talk about that we're all excited is tonight's or tomorrow's Mandalorian episode. I'm very much so looking forward to that. Battle droids aren't dead. Roger, Roger. The battle droids have not rogered their last Roger. Yes, the Sith Troopers are actually all previous characters that are revived. That's why they're red, like Spider-Man, because they are literally just spider people. It'll be Dave Filoni's... Exactly. Instead of Dave Filoni, I'm going to call him Dave Felony, because it's a crime of how he has perverted my Star Wars by just mindlessly bringing characters back. Brian Riff says, honestly, Brum would enjoy Rise of Skywalker regardless, but after this, I'm ready for the new trilogy to be completely a new set of characters. Give me something new! Exactly. We can't give up on the teachings of Rich Boy Jay and his philosophy of give me something new. That made me look over my shoulder at my Sith Trooper like, Darth Maul, is that you? Hold on, let me go get my Sith Trooper. I'll be right back. I wanted to make myself feel better about episode 9, so I decided to purchase some toys. I got the Black Series Sith Trooper. Great looking trooper. Like, I love this thing. This is so freaking cool. Yes! Zam is alive with a spider hand. We literally witnessed Zamwazel turn into a spider right before she died. And I got my girl Gianna. Great looking character. I cannot wait for her minifigure. Of all the episode 9 minifigs we've seen so far, I think Gianna's is definitely the one I'm looking most forward to. I'll put her up here actually. You mean right before she didn't die? Exactly. I'm sorry. Did I say she died? I'm sorry. People don't die in Star Wars. Rocket Man, you need to sit in timeout for that. Everything episode 2 and forward is just Obi-Wan's hallucinations because he got on death sticks. What about Janna? What about Knights of Ren? This is Janna. What do you mean, what about you guys saying, like, why didn't I... Oh, you're saying, why is Janna my favorite figure? Dude, have you seen Janna's figure? Holy crap. Her minifig looks incredible. Janna's definitely my favorite minifig. I mean, the Knights of Ren look great, don't get me wrong, but dude, Janna. It's all about Janna, bro. I would try Death Stick. Bro, don't succumb to peer pressure. JB, did you guys... Were those the 3 sets you released videos on today? Are those the only sets you picked up? I think Jay's got a little crush. Oh, definitely. What's the actress's name? Is it Naomi Aki? Or am I just totally not correct on that? Jana is the new Bae. I'm sorry. I have to denounce my love for Bazine Natal. My new Bae is Jana. Yeah, I thought so. The Jana is so fine. First time seeing this mock, how do you get the first order logo on there? That's actually a custom decal that I purchased from someone. Mrs. Parker would be upset. Bro, Mrs. Parker already has a man. I have the Micro Fighter shuttle for tomorrow. Also at Luke's Land Speeder, Obi Hut, and the 4+ Snow Speeder. Okay. I was gonna say you didn't have the. I guess Jana comes in the. Is it the Thai? What's that thing called? The Thai Dorito. I'm always gonna have love for Ayla's. Oh, Ayla's up there too, but bro, Jana, come on, kiss your man. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. The Thai Dorito. What is that thing called, huh? I literally forgot the name. All the Sith troopers have been Sith that lost their Force abilities and are ashamed of themselves and keep their helmets on. They're like Mandalorians. I got dibs on Bastila. I'm down with that. Thai Dagger, that's what it's called. Oh, God. Oh, no. Mando's mom needs to leave now. You took it too far. It was funny on the other stream, but you've taken it too far. You've gone too far in a few places. That's right, it is called the Sith TIE Fighter on the box. Bro, I just want that Jana minifigure. I love the Mando shit mock. Thank you. Appreciate that. Mickey Mouse is just going through Star Wars lore and making whatever. When Mando takes his helmet off, it's just... It is, of course. It's all about the Emperor. It's actually just a spider. My friend and I were talking about that. How, like, the girl who was hitting... The farmer girl who's, like, hitting on Mando was really going out on a limb considering she had no idea what he looked like. Like, seriously. He could have... Under that helmet, he could have been one of those, like, brain head aliens from the Clone Wars. Could you imagine? Is Mando really a Mandalorian or just rescued by Mandalorians? I think I'd say he's probably a Mandalorian. We need to know who the widow husband is. I don't know. Why do we need to know that? I'm curious. Beer flavored death sticks. What if the farmer is Jyn Erso's mother? Their mother that got shot? Oh, wait, that's right. People never die in Star Wars. So, yeah, it's definitely Jyn's mom. Jyn's mom just didn't age between Rogue One and The Mandalorian. The widow isn't a widow because no one died. Exactly. What's up, Armando? He says, started ordering parts for the Razor Crest. I'm hyped. I'm glad to hear that, man. Let me know how it goes. Bro, Big Worm definitely got the Death Stick Connect. I just got the new A-Wing. That's good. You like it? That's a really good set. I like that Resistance A-Wing quite a bit. Yes, tomorrow is Mandalorian Day. Do you want Lego to make a Razor Crest? No, because I already built one. I have no need for Lego to build one when I already have one. I've already got my Razor Crest. I'm an independent mock builder. I don't need no Lego set. Could you imagine all the clones and droids that died in the Clone Wars came back with spider legs and killed everyone? That would be a great, like, retelling of a Yuuzhan Vong story from Legends. Baby Yoda is Rey's parents. The single Baby Yoda is both of Rey's parents. That works for me. I'm cool with that. I will definitely get more Mandalorian sets. Holy crap, that's a good point. Dude. Every droid eventually just becomes a spider droid. That makes so much sense. I really hope we get a new Star Wars story with genuinely new feeling, locations, ideas, aesthetics for Star Wars. Even Mando is still sandboxed with old aliens locations. I don't know. I mean, I think we're gonna have to at some point accept the fact that like there is a finite amount of types of locations we can visit in Star Wars. So I don't mind them traveling to unique places here on Earth, even though it might not be the most like fantastical like location or setting. I can appreciate that. Like, I feel like Crate was such a unique place for them to visit, especially with the red dirt. I love that so much. So I'm fine with that. I think I'm actually totally fine with the location we've seen in Star Wars. I'm actually most excited to see Kijimi in Episode 9. That looks like it could potentially be a really cool location and make for some really cool mocks. Star Wars should visit Florida and realize it's too much to take in and head back to a war-ridden galaxy. Oof. Florida's the Tatooine of Earth. Is that what you're saying? Gonna do any Fallen Order mocks? Probably not, honestly. I didn't hate the game, but I didn't especially like that game, so I don't know. If I did do a Fallen Order mock, I would build the Mantis, but I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon. UCS Janna, bro, oh my god. That's too much sexiness for one Lego set. I should make that video. Top 10 sexiest Lego sets. What's up, Jedi Bob? Welcome back. The new Darth Maul figure is so nice, the head. Yeah, I know, right? We finally get an updated Darth Maul head that's not the cheesy, like, goofy, smiling Darth Maul head. Welcome back, Hunter. Wouldn't you be smiling if you just defeated Qui-Gon? That's a good point. That is a good point. I actually love the design of the Stinger Mantis. The only way to die in Star Wars is to have your heart broken. That's a great point. That is a wonderful point. Why haven't you and Garrett been collaborating like it seemed you guys were? Garrett's just been working a lot. I think it's safe to say this is not a collaboration mock in any capacity. Garrett's just been busy with work. That's really it. He doesn't live close to me, so it's not the easiest thing for us to work on mocks together. Yeah, Lego screwed up Thrawn's rank. How is that possible? How dare they? Darth Maul. I've never gotten to be around the classic Jay and Garrett streams. We really wanted to do one, like, leading up to episode 9. Just kind of talk about our opinions, but just haven't gotten around to it. Seeing Dawn and Rebels makes you want to read the books. If you're going to read the books, I'd recommend probably reading the original books. I haven't heard the newer books are bad. I just feel like I've heard they aren't nearly as good as the originals in terms of, you know, conveying Thrawn as a character. What's going on, the trending brick? Jay, we need those Lego Star Wars Let's Play. Yeah, I really do need to bring those back. Jay, check Insta. Oh god, I know JV's always coming with the hot stuff. Hold on, let me check that out. Shout out to Tristan Johnson, who apparently has 2,050, 505, 205, or 25 clones. I love how it went from a glorious image to nothing special. I'll be the judge of that. Oh, I see. Ugh. This is literally the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. This is literally the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. Could you imagine, like... Like, here, like, look at this picture. Look at this picture, right? Now, imagine that that's not Darth Maul right there, but instead that's Darth Vader's torso. And imagine if Disney did that. Imagine if Rian Johnson did that. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started, guys. Could you imagine if Rian Johnson did that? Like, come on, dude. And no, I didn't see the plushies. Bro, if anyone ever did that to Jana, I would literally fight them. Maul and Vader are conjoined spider twins. I mean, at this point, why not, right? Jay, where's the mock show? I know it's been a while. I'll definitely have one up next week. I'm sorry about that, Hunter. I should have given you a fair warning. I've gone too far in a few places. Hyperspace is actually a supersonic spider tunnel. Everyone, like, Dave Filoni really likes to give off the idea that he's like super into wolves. Like, he always wearing like a wolf shirt, so you think, oh yeah, Rian Johnson, that's a wolf guy. In reality, though, I think. Did I say Rian Johnson? I didn't say Dave Filoni. I hope I didn't say Ryan. I was reading something that said Rian Johnson. Dave Filoni likes to make it seem like he's a wolf guy, but I think it's very clear that Dave Filoni is indeed a spider guy. Like, it's very obvious to me. N-Bomb says, who thought it was a good idea to give Rian Johnson Star Wars trilogy after the flop of The Last Jedi? Well, one, they gave him his own trilogy. They announced that before The Last Jedi was even released. Two, The Last Jedi was definitely not a flop. That movie made a lot of money. So, yeah, no. Last Jedi was, regardless of how you feel about it, The Last Jedi was not a flop. Like, at all. So I've just been adding tiles to this area down here. Anyone? Dave, who's your favorite Jedi? Dave Filoni, Spider-Man. But really, though. I think Tony in the chat is related to the female on the Star Wars show. Why do you say that? Why does everyone keep asking me about Ryan tonight? Did something, like, happen recently that I'm not aware of? Yeah, Last Jedi is actually a lot more similar to Empire than people are willing to remember. Jay, favorite Jedi and favorite Sith. Favorite Jedi, Luke Skywalker. Favorite Sith. It was the Emperor. I can't say the Emperor anymore. What did he say? That's talking left. What did he say? I haven't even seen the video. He says y'all weren't friends anymore in this video. What was the context of that? Like, why did he mention that? Said he didn't know if you were friends. What was this? Maybe people should have, like, started off with that, because I literally had no idea this video happened. Like, why? Like, what video was it? Like, why did he just randomly say that? I'm confused as to, like, what was the context there. Oh, did someone ask about the video? What was the question? What's up, Irv? How do you even pronounce that? Irv plays? That Tony. I totally missed it. What Tony? Tony. Oh, because Andy Gucci. Okay, I see. Someone asked why he didn't promote you on his homepage. Oh, on his home. Does he even do that? Is that a thing he does? Oh, the recommended channels list. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, that makes sense. I see. That makes sense. No, it's not a beef. He just made a video that I really didn't agree with, and that's where things ended. It's really that simple. Picture this. Darth Maul was the coolest villain in Star Wars. Least amount of screen time, nearly died and survived, became crazy, ate other people, and creature that visited the planet. What? Whoa, JB with the hot take. Has anyone invested in corn on the orb? It's corn, but in a ball shape. My shipment of 14 is coming. Nah, man, I still gotta sell these turnips. Still got a ridiculous turnip supply that I gotta get these turnips moving, guys. If I don't start selling these turnips soon, my boss is really gonna be on my case. We can't take your highness there. The Hutts are gangsters. Jar Jar Binks absolutely has more stories than Darth Maul. And the Brickwiz, and as well as David, I've been collecting most of my life, watching your channel bitch for a while. By the intro slaps, appreciate that. The comments were moving so fast that I wasn't even able to keep up with it. But I appreciate that, man. I may have missed it, but did you get the Candy King X-Wing? I don't have mine yet. Hopefully soon. But the Ice Foxes have more time than Darth Maul. That's honestly, dude. Voltexes were beautiful. Jar Jar being the one who ultimately like put the Emperor into power is like the equivalent if in episode 9 Rose Tico shows up and kills the Emperor once and for all. Appreciate that, Jude. What are you working on a Starkiller base right now, Jay? By the way, love the base. Keep up the good work. Appreciate that. I'm just laying some tiles down, covering up this colorful section right here. Says, Christmas X-Wing is so nice, that figure would have been a problem for your minifig wall. I know, right? That would have sucked. JV's making me want to make a Target run tonight. Huh. We'll have to see about that. If I had a Star Wars pet, it'd for sure be a loaf cat. If I had a Star Wars pet, it'd be a porg. Streamy going to Target. Expect more, pay less. Expect less, pay more. Rebels wasn't terrible in my opinion. I thought the ending was terrible. Rebels in general was not terrible in my opinion. And Maul became Spider-Leg that had to be helped by an old witch hag that can manipulate the Force somehow. I want whatever set Janna comes in. If I had a Star Wars pet, it'd be a Baby Yoda. Hey, Baby Yodas are not pets, alright? Baby Yodas are people. Do we have the plot synopsis for the next Mando episode yet? I'll tell you this, the biggest reason I wasn't really feeling Jedi Fallen Order is because it just felt like another episode of Rebels. Like, you have this ragtag crew with your token Jedi running around fighting stormtroopers. It just felt just like an episode of Rebels. Just stopping by to say, hola, apparently Jay is talking spoilers, so I gotta head out. I was not talking spoilers. I would never. By the way, I just watched Rebels. I really liked it. So expect some Rebels mocks coming soon. You're saying you like just watched Rebels for the first time, or you just watched an episode? What if Starkiller showed up in episode 9? That'd be so good. You mean Starkiller base or like the person Starkiller? I'm on a mission to get the coolest Clone Wars sets on eBay. How about you? What am I on a mission to do? I'm on a mission to get a Cloud City Lando figure. Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells. I have no idea what that means, but thanks for the super chat. I should make a Baby Yoda song. It'll be called Cute Like Baby Yoda. I feel like there are too many familiar faces in Fallen Order. I mean, not really. I wouldn't say that. I'm just tired of stormtroopers, in all honesty. I'm just tired of seeing people fight the Empire. Like, we get it. The Empire's bad. I don't need to see more Empire stories. I'm so over the Empire. That's why this Cassian series just does not interest me at all. Like, I'm just so over Rebels into the Empire. Said Cloud City Lando, good luck, bruh. I know, right? That Kate. Says, did you see the Easter egg in Fallen Order where you go to Ilum at the end of the game? That wasn't, was that an Easter egg? I mean, you just go, like, it's like an entire level. Do you think New Hope is good? New Hope is actually my favorite Star Wars movie. The New Hope isn't good, it is excellent. Shout out to that Sith Trooper. I know, right? Look at this red boy. Shout out to the red boys. Did you see the Order 66 Easter egg? No. I have one, got it years ago. It cost you a nut? Huh. I just want to say I've made a Lego wrestling channel. I'm so invested in it because of ELW Lego wrestling. It was a big part of my childhood. Just want to get people on it. Wow. That's the best comment I've gotten all day. You definitely have my blessing. I am so glad that you are doing Lego wrestling. That is so awesome. I'll definitely give your channel. I'm literally subscribing to your channel right now. So I'll definitely check it out. It's so weird to think, like... Oh, shout out to Jake Arnold for the dono. Appreciate that. He says, what do you think about the end of episode 5? I mean, it's great. Like, episode 5 is an excellent movie. Like, episodes 4 and 5 are both just incredible. Like, I can't say enough good things about those movies. But, that's so funny. Oh my god. It's weird to think, like, there are people out there who grew up with my Lego wrestling series on YouTube. Because that was a big part of my childhood, right? Oh, the end of episode 5 on The Mandalorian. Oh, I mean, when I saw it, I didn't really look too deeply into it. I'm like, okay, we'll find out. I don't know. I'm not the type to like speculate on stuff like that. I'll just let it play out. I'll just see what happens. That being said, if it's Boba Fett, I'm done. I'm so done if it's Boba Fett. Yeah, anyone who's into wrestling, go check out HL Wrestling on YouTube. Apparently starting a Lego Wrestling Federation. And that brings warm feelings to my heart. Dude, if it's Boba, I'm so mad. Typical Dave Filoni nonsense. Shout out to Jude Newton Rath. Room tour anytime? Yes. I promised everyone to do a room tour before the end of the year. So we'll see how that goes. If I could have a pet from Star Wars, it would be Pad. Oh god, what? That is wrong on so many levels. Why would you say that? But Jay, it's Boba Fett. He looks so cool. Why not bring him back? That's every Star Wars fan. Ugh. It makes me sad. I just want a Gungan battle pack. You should be Cloud City in honor to Lando Calrissian. I would love to go to Cloud City at some point. Especially now that I have the updated Lando. Jay, do you feel like a nonconformist in a conforming Star Wars fan base? I don't know. He says, it's the new guy commanding the Death Troopers. It ain't Boba. Same guy has a cape. Boba wears a pauldron. Yeah, that makes sense. What's his name? The dude from Breaking Bad, right? I already got a Battle of Naboo and a Naboo Patrol. Favorite mock that I've made, probably still Vardos. I have my first sequel mock episode 9 finished. I'll be posting it probably on the 18th. Can I see it? Can you show it to me? Can I see it? Please? Can I see it? Yeah, remember when we thought we were going to get a Canto bike set? Says, bro, Final Force is a legit banger. Wish I could blast that to wake up. Oh my god. Dude, I love the Zeta class so much. If you have photos of your model, definitely shoot it to me on Insta. Mandalorian Battle Pack is probably coming, what, December 26th? Have you ever seen Natalie Portman's rap? No. What was she rapping about? Jay, send me your Zeta shuttle. I'll send you the best rhymes I ever wrote. That is very tempting. I'm going to have to say no, though. I actually want to take down my Zeta. I want to build Cave Gods Zeta class. Right now I have Renegade clones, but Cave Gods, it's a little bit closer to scale and has more detail. Both great models, but I like the Zeta class so much I'd like to have, you know, a really incredible version of it. Ooh, snap. I got a Trevor mock in my inbox. It's a good night. What's up, Sticks is my name. Yeah, Cave Gods is motorized. That's a good point. I honestly forgot about that. Jay, do you keep track of how much you spent on each mock? No, not at all. Ballin' in the Lego store in some big boy ways. Already built Scarif like I'm Rich Boy Jay. I got a bunch of mocks that the ladies like to stare at, wondering where the homie is named Garrett. Okay. Alright, I'm down with that. Make a... Bro, I should add a Gucci store. I want to put a dead 2 Chainz in it. Anyone who understands that reference is a boyo for life. Two Chainz. When the Emperor finally dies, bury him inside the Louis store. There we go. Brick City Whip gets it. So we got most of this tiled off, which is very nice. Do you still have the 2 Chainz? I do. Honestly, I haven't worn them in a while. I need to wear them. The chain that Trevor gave me actually ended up gluing together because it just kept falling apart. Okay, please don't spam the chat. What we got? Ah, dude, that's awesome. Wow, that is awesome, dude. I love your solution to Ray's wrists, by the way. I'm glad you two appreciate Ray's arm details. Wow, that is sweet. Is that tan flex tubing? Am I missing something there? That is incredible. Oh my god, dude. Great job. You never cease to amaze me, man. Can't believe they haven't rumored even a leaked Razor Crest for Lego. You know what's... I mean, I get why people mention this. This is not me... I'm not salty at all about this. Maybe there's a little bit of salt when I literally have a Razor Crest mock out there that people can buy the instructions to and build. And all I get comments on is, do you think Lego's going to make a Razor Crest? I wish Lego would make a Razor Crest. Oh man, Lego needs to make a Razor Crest. And I'm just like, well, apparently mine's not good enough. And like, I totally get it. Some people don't want to like buy the parts to a mock. Like, I totally understand it. Buying a Lego set is infinitely more convenient. But it's just funny. It's just kind of funny. It's the equivalent of like someone coming to this like this chat right now and being like, I really wish someone would build a Starkiller base mock. Do you think David Hall will ever build Starkiller base? Dude, Brickwish should totally build Starkiller base. And I'm just kind of sitting here like, no, never mind. Two Chains can't be dead in it because no one dies. That's a good point. I totally forgot. I'm sorry. Baby Yod says, if Lego made a Razor Crest, it would not be nearly as good as yours. I mean, I agree. So I got the pieces down to $530, which is going to be worth it because I have a job I can pay for it. How many pieces did you already have? $530. Oh my god. Is that including? Did you? Well, I was going to say two things that will significantly drop the price. It was one, make the red parts like any color instead of not red. I don't know if we talked about this. And also buy the electronics from the Lego website. Don't buy them from Bricklink. Bricklink has ridiculous prices for that. And the Tune of Old Town wrote, yeah, I'm going to save this bounty from that droid. I want to ride in my Razor Crest, but when Jawas come and they wreck my ship, I got to find the egg for them. I got a little Yoda friend sitting in a pod. Bounty hunters on my tail, chasing me with a fob. Whoa, JB got some bars. Riding on a blurred, talking with an UGG. Austin Goranson, is something wrong, Jay? No, I'm good. I just think it's funny. I mean, basically, though, I wish I could heart comments in the live chat because that was actually hilarious, Austin. But really, though. Says when you first hit the file it was like $750. Okay, I got you. But yeah, do those. Make the red parts any color. Just go in and just make them. You go in and basically just edit them and make them not applicable. That'll drop the price. And like I said, the electronics, get those from the Lego website. I think both of those things will help drop the price. JB, you and Jay should collab. We should. Next time I meet up with JB, we're gonna spit some bars. I would love to do a rap collab with anyone if they decide to rap. I made all the red colors white and other filler colors. I mean, if you just put in not applicable when you buy them, it'll just choose like whatever color the seller has. So that's just a better way to go about it. Dude, yeah, 2 weeks. They should. I mean, it's the holiday season, so I guess in some respect they should. They might be behind, but 2 weeks without it even being shipped is ridiculous. Jason Todd says, Jay is your favorite sequel trilogy character? Really curious. Probably Finn. Or Kylo. Or Rey. Finn, Kylo, and Rey. And yeah, dude, those Cloud City Landos are dummy expensive. Favorite Star Wars set? That's a good question. UCS Star Destroyer. I haven't built the new one yet, so I still can't say whether or not I like. I mean, the new one looks better than the old one. But I can't definitively say it's my favorite Lego set. But it probably is. Man, this turbo laser is so dope. I love this thing so much. Yeah, so we got ourselves a tiled off section down here. I don't know if you guys can tell. I still got to fill in these gaps in here. I want to do like some snow details. That's why I left those gaps open. But like, it's getting so close, guys. I'm super excited. My 6x6 dark gray tile collection is seriously dwindling. But I got me a big bag of 1x2s. And I got a decent bag of 2x2s. I'm probably going to wrap up the stream in a little bit, DNK. I wanted to build the Poe and Finn speeder. Maybe, I don't know. It's really hard for me to start a mock. There's I guess less reference material for that than there is the Ray one, considering we already have a Lego set of it. So I could see holding off on that for a little while. I appreciate that, Jason Todd. Thank you so much, man. It's hard for me to say when I got into Lego. I feel like I've just kind of always been into it. It's always been part of my life in some capacity. I started doing Star Wars mocks in like 2013, though. It's been 6 years since then. It's weird to think it's been over 6 years since that day when I was like, oh, let me go back and look at Lego Star Wars sets. Like, I haven't done anything Lego Star Wars in a while. But you just have that day. I mean, unless you've just been into it and never stopped. But like kind of coming out of my dark ages, there was just that moment where I was like, let's see what's up with Lego Star Wars. And it just fell right in love with it. Like it's so funny how just natural and seamless it was. So actually, I'm going to wrap up the stream pretty soon, but I could show you guys a little something. So this is going to be part of next week's update. But I actually went through and I placed almost all the figures I have on this mock. So hold on, let me. Jeez, come on. Move this out the way. But yeah, I placed most of the figures I have on here, so you can see almost all the gaps are filled up. I literally just have to place figures here and like where my camera's sitting right there. But it looks so good. Like I love this so much, just having so many of the figures filled in there. It says, dude, mocks cost so much for a big scale when you're building from the group up. I'm putting like 600, 700 into a mock over time. Got to spread it out and make it reasonable. I agree. Yeah. I mean, I've been able to build up a decent collection, so I don't have to spend a ton of money at any given time, but I definitely put my fair share of money into this. He said there's like 40 minifig hands in this video. Last time, dude, I'm sure. I'm sure. What's up, Tapal? How you doing, bro? Yeah, we got a lot of troops. Got both turbo lasers. Got the rock work on both sides. I just love this mock so much. Like I love this. But that's probably going to bring our evening to a close, gentlemen. I appreciate all of you for tuning in. It has been quite the night, you guys, to experience me at my saltiest. Another fan stream. I'll probably do a fan stream. Honestly, the next one I can really imagine doing is after Rise of Skywalker. Just like a discussion stream. I think that would be pretty fun. You guys can hear me either rant or be like, I had no idea this movie would be so good. Hopefully the latter. Hopefully it's a good film. Hopefully I really like it. That'd be great. Hopefully it does not make me depressed. That would not be great. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys for this stream. There will be a Starkiller update this weekend, hopefully I got the tile done on this side, for the most part. I'm going to work on the tile on the other side, and we'll see where it goes from there. So, oh, Armand, how much did it drop the price? I'm curious. Yeah, I think, I don't know. I put in the README in that file, like, the red colors can be in any, like, in any color. But I guess I didn't make it obvious, like, go and change that in the parts list. But I'm just curious, how much did it drop the price? Appreciate that, Brick City Whips. Y'all are too kind. Have I told you all lately that I love you? I think I love you guys almost as much as I love Jana. Yeah, Jana is the new Bazinatal. I'll have a Razor Crest 2, just a lot smaller one I'm making instructions for. I remember when you showed me that, like, you probably had, like, the first Razor Crest mock out there, bro. I'm leaving it a sec. I'm just waiting. I wanted to know from Armando how much it dropped the price for the Razor Crest parts. Bazina, who? Exactly. It's Jana time. This is Jana season. Bro, Jana is already topped Padme. As long as Jana doesn't die of a broken heart in episode 9, she's already topped Padme. Jay, you know that Ewing I was making? Yeah, I didn't really start. Oof. Come on, DMK. That Stormtrooper, though, fixed that, man. Which one? Fix what? I'm confused. Oh, are we talking about this one right here, the Snow Trooper? Jenna gonna die being force choked by Finn. I would cry. I would literally cry. If any of you guys ever wondered what the top of this looks like, that's what it looks like. This is actually the first time I've been able to see it from this angle because it's so tall. I just didn't know how to change the parts in the list. So how much did it change the price? I'm just curious, Armando. He's in the army towards the center. Oh, this guy. I see. Dropped at $80. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I figured that might help. Jana gonna die by... Oh, stop talking about Rose. Stop talking about Rose. Yeah, Mock's looking good, guys. It says, what was the change to the list? Oh, he changed... So, there's... Every color, every like filler color, every filler piece in the list is basically like a color you can substitute for any color. So I put them in red to make it obvious what they're supposed to be. But whenever you're like trying to buy them from BrickLink, if you go in and change the color from red to not applicable, BrickLink reads not applicable as basically saying, oh, you can make this any color. You don't care what the color is, you just want the part. So that increases the amount of sellers that might potentially have that part and will significantly drop the price, like he said, from $530 to $450. So it's a good time. Good time. But yeah, that's going to finish up the stream, guys. Hope you enjoyed checking out Starkiller. I'm loving it. I love my mock, and I will see you all again very soon.